in what's going to be an exceptional World Series, a battle of the Bay, if I must put it myself. It's the San Francisco Giants going to face the Oakland Athletics. And look, I've been to both stadiums. They are not far apart at all. And it's a good one to start us off here in Game 1. Carrasco, 1-0, 2.95 ERA against Gaylord Perry, 2-0 with a 1.76 ERA. And now you look at the schedule to get here, and it was Texas giving me a tough run. I split the first two games, both one-run games, and Game 3 also a one-run game. And then Game 4 won by 3, but scored a couple runs later in the game. And then a sweep of the Jays. And you look at that one as well, two games with the two-run difference, and then the last two incredible games in one-run games. But coming away here and facing the San Francisco Giants, I'm going to go green. Giants are going to go gray. Ricky Henderson Field, clear skies. It's Carrasco versus Perry in what's going to be in a crazy game. And if you just saw quickly, all the starters right-handed pitchers, so that is going to be very interesting, and especially boding well for the Athletics, who have three lefties in their lineup. Carew, Griffey, and Ruth have been exceptional in the playoffs so far. Griffey, 5 home runs, 7 RBIs, 281 average. Babe Ruth, 7 home runs, 15 RBIs, a 364 average. He is leading in home runs and RBIs because this man is leading in batting average. 4 home runs, 5 RBIs, 394 batting average throughout the playoffs. Cabrera, he's suffered a little bit in the playoffs, so he's going to be moved down to the 7th spot. Posada in the 6th, Tulowitzki in the 8th, Dexter in the 9th, and it looks for the Giants. They got Bogarts 4th side, Charlie Blackmon, not sure who's in that 4th spot. Then Cody Bellinger, Kyle Seager, Wilson Ramos, Yohan Moncada, Hunter Renfroe. So a lot of current rosters going up against 7 current baseball players going up against 6 non-baseball players that the Athletics have. But here we are, and you look at the stats right here. Carrasco, 1-0, 2.95 ERA, very good. 18.1 innings, 16 hits, 6 walks, 11 strikeouts. Then you look over to Gaylord Perry, 2-0. 1.76 ERA, 15 and a third innings, 9 hits, 11 strikeouts, no walks. Perry was in control in Game 1 of the ALDS. He struggled a little bit in Game 1 of the ALCS. He's only made 2 starts, and he's won the both, though. So that says something about him, and he will hit the bump here as we are ready for World Series, the Battle of the Bay. It's the Giants, it's the A's, and it's coming up right now. Here we go, Game 1 of the World Series. There's Bruce Bochy looking on to his squad. And it's Ralph Kiner who's that cleanup hitter. So it's Bogarts, 4th side, Charlie Blackmon, Kiner in the 4th spot, the left field. Bellinger, Seager, Ramos, Moncada, and Renfroe. So a couple lefties with Charlie Blackmon, Bellinger. And that's going to be tough for a righty-dominant pitching rotation for the A's. Righty-dominant pitching for the Giants as well. Let's look at the defense. It's Davis, Griffey, and Fowler left to right in the outfield. And Tulowitzki, Ripken, Carew, Cabrera around the horn. Posada doing the catching as usual. And Gaylord Perry right under the lights. It's Game 1 of the World Series. There's Xander Bogaerts. He's been struggling here in the postseason. A 195 average, but he's a deadly hitter. So he can get hot just at the right moment. The fans are on their feet. We're ready to go, and here comes first pitch. And it's in there for strike 1. Perry delivers a good pitch there to start off the day. 0-1 to Bogaerts. And it's a slider, and a good one at that, as Bogaerts just fouls that one off. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider hit deep to center field. That's going to be playable for Griffey. And the first out of the World Series is retired. And a pop fly to Griffey. Now you got Logan Forsythe, a 179 average, 1 home run, 1 RBI. Now there are going to be a lot less runs in the NL, but it looks like this Giants team is going to have to solely rely on their pitching. Not a lot of good averages, as the first 2 guys are just hitting about the Mendoza line. 1-0 pitch is fouled off there. So Logan Forsythe looking to get something going. Usually hits lefties very well. We'll see how he does against Perry and the right-handed rotation of the A's as he fouls off that curveball. It's 1-2. Posada positioning himself just outside. Slider, and that's going to be a lazy pop fly. So 2 pop flies in the right field into the outfield, I should say. First one to Griffey now to Fowler. 2 outs here in the first. Now you got Charlie Blackmon, 286, 5 home runs, 10 RBIs, and he'd love to hit right-handed pitching. Now we should mention that Perry doesn't get a lot of strikeouts. He has only 11 in the postseason as Blackmon fouls off that changeup, 1-0. But he does put the ball in play a lot, so defense is going to be key. And we saw in Game 4 a couple terrible errors as that strike 2, a corner curveball on the outside. A couple terrible errors by Troy Tulowitzki that didn't cost the Giants as Blackmon hits one deep to center field. Back going Griffey at the track, near the wall, and he's got it. So 3 deep fly balls, for 2 of them at least, and it's a 1-2-3. So now the A's will get their first chance of the World Series. But yeah, Perry, just to finish that note, puts the ball in play a lot. Only 11 strikeouts in 2 starts. As you're looking there, Chris Davis been the big hitter right now with Babe Ruth right in front of him as well. Also just wrecking things here in the postseason. And it's Carlos Carrasco going up against Rod Carew, who's top 3 in the regular season in batting average, but just batting .250 here in the postseason. Carrasco, a fastball, a 2-seam, a changer, a slider, and curveball, and he executes all 5 of his pitches really well. And the first pitch is going to be in there just at the top of the strike zone, 0-1. So Carew, who's the leadoff hitter for most of the season for the Athletics, playing second base, as he gets a call his way as that ball is going to go inside, 1-1. He's a guy who's not known to hit the ball out of the park, but definitely put the ball in play and has good speed at the top of the lineup. And I think that's why the A's like him there. Slider in there for strike 2, 1-2. Carrasco trying to mimic Perry with that 1-2-3 first inning. It's going to start here with Rod Carew. And that slider nearly hits him. A wild pitch way out of the strike zone and high. Evens the count at 2-2. And I think for the A's, Bob Melvin, who's always preached being aggressive at the plate, is really just going to want to see a lot of pitches as Carew fouls one down the right field line and try to get to the bullpen as quickly as he can, not just against Carrasco, but in this entire series. 2-2 pitch coming in, and that's going to be lined in for the base hit. And as the first hit of the World Series, it's coming off the bat of Rod Carew, who's now 1-for-1 and can leave a bad series against the Blue Jays behind him. So Carew with a base hit, a line drive into center field. Now it's Cal Ripken, who had a good start to the playoffs against Texas and then struggled over his last 4, and then really picked it up in the last 2. Carew, as we mentioned, good speed on at first. Carrasco's got to be wary of him. Here's the pitch. And the fastball is outside. It's 1-0. I'd be skeptical the A's don't steal a lot of bases. I know Griffey had about 40 this year. But outside of Griffey, you don't see a lot of stolen bases as Ripken fouls that one off, and it's now 1-1. One pitch to Ripken is there at the bottom of the strike zone. It's 2-1. Sorry, 1-2. There's your home umpire crew. It's Dave Lawrence behind home, Matthew Ross at third, Dale Parker at second, and Ricky Holiday over at first. Count 1-2. Carew's got speed. As we just mentioned, the A's don't like to steal a lot of bases. And that one's going to help them. Doesn't have to steal a base. When you throw a wild pitch like that, Carew jogs in effortlessly into second base. And credit Carrasco with a wild pitch there. Runner in scoring position. No out here on the top of the first. 2-2 count to Ripken. Carrasco looks over at Carew. Now ready to set. And the 2-2 line down the left field line. That one's going to drop. In there to score is Carew. Ripken heading into second. And just like that, the wild pitch comes and costs the Giants. And Cal Ripken, who's, as we just mentioned, picking it up over the last few games, putting some oil into the gas tank. He's ready to get things going here in the World Series. And he does with an RBI double here in the bottom of the first. So I don't know if Rod Carew would have made it home from first, had there not be the wild pitch on that double, as Ken Griffey coming up, 281 average, 5 home runs, and as we know, he does all of his damage, or most of it I should say, against right-handed pitchers. First pitch, low, ball 1. So Carrasco gives up a base hit up the middle, a wild pitch, and then an RBI double off the left field wall from Ripken, and has opened up the scoring here in the World Series. And the 1-0 is hit into left field. Ripken going to stop at third, but 3 straight hits for the A's to start off Game 1 of the World Series, as Griffey grounds the ball in between first and second into right field. Now you bring Babe Ruth. No reason that you need to head home when the guy at the plate can bring you home with one swing of the bat. Leading all of baseball postseason with home runs and RBIs. Looking to add on here. Runners on the corner, none out. First pitch way outside. And here's the thing, you can't even intentionally walk Babe Ruth because the guy behind him has the best batting average in all of postseason baseball. 1-0 to Ruth. Low 2-0. What we saw of Babe Ruth is a streak of 3 games in which 5 home runs, 2 home run games took place between the ALDS and ALCS. He slowed down a little bit in the last 2 games against the Jays. He takes a fastball at the bottom of the strike zone, 2-1. And he is looking to do some damage here. Change up low, it's 3-1. None out, runners on the corner, 1 run already in, and Babe Ruth has a hitter's count. Carrasco looking to get out of a jam here early. And he walks Ruth, not even close to the strike zone. Didn't want to give the left-handed Ruth, the big swinger Babe, if you will, a chance to drive and run. So now they're juiced. Ducks are on each of the pawns for the guy who's leading all of baseball right now in batting average with .394, and it's just been lighting it up with 4 out of 5 4 of his 5 last games have been multi-hit games. And the first pitch, and Davis wisely trying to go for that first pitch, knowing Carrasco got to put something down his plate. Doesn't have good head-to-head numbers. 2 for 14, 8 strikeouts, a 143 lifetime against Carrasco is Davis. Fouls off the first pitch, bases loaded, none out. Looking to open up the score here, Game 1 in a big way. Fastball off the plate. And now if you're Davis here, you know that Carrasco's got to throw to you. He's got nowhere to put you. He's got to throw, so just look for a location or look for a pitch and try to hit it out of here. And this one's lined into left field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Ripken heading on, playing. There's no play at the plate. And just like that, the hottest hitter in postseason baseball continues as Davis drives in a 2 RBI single. Now Posada, who's moved up to that 6th spot, .323 average, batting from the left side, the switch hitter. But look at this right now. You had a hit from Carew, a double RBI double from Ripken, a base hit from Griffey as Posada takes ball 1. You put runners on the corner. You walk Ruth. You're at 22 pitches, no outs. And then you give up a 2 RBI single to Chris Davis. Still no out. And just as we mentioned at the top of this broadcast, if you're an A's player and an A's fan, as Posada takes 2-0, Carrasco has no control. If you're an A's player, you want to be aggressive, but you also want to make Carlos Carrasco work and have a high pitch count early into the game. And they've done both of that. The 2-0 fastball in there for strike 1. Still none out. 4 hits here in the first inning. And a walk. As it's Posada swinging and missing. It's now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch hit deep to left field. This has a chance. Back at the track, looking up, and it's gone! Jorge Posada! A 2-2 fastball drives it deep to right field, 384 feet, and out of here! Wow, the A's jump up to a 6th spot, still not out here in the first inning. Wow, and that might be it for Carlos Carrasco. I really gotta tell you, it's been his control, it's been his pitchers don't have that zip that they used to. He came in with a great ERA in the postseason. He's been now hit for a 6th spot in the 1st inning. Posada delivering. They move him up to the 6th spot, and he delivers with a 3-run shot. Now Miguel Cabrera coming up. Still none out in the 1st inning, and the A's have a 6-0 lead. Gaylor Perry's been on the bench for quite some time as Cabrera takes strike 1 at the top of the strike zone. And I honestly don't know if he'll come back out. The A's just keep scoring and scoring, and have yet to record an out. Oh, as Cabrera tries to hit one for the fences and swings at a fastball outside of the strike zone. It's now 0-2. Fastball low, and now the 30th pitch of the inning. Sorry about that. The 30th pitch of the inning is coming up right here. And yet, no outs. And Cabrera's going to foul that into foul territory. A lot of foul space you can use here in Oakland at the Rickey Henderson Coliseum. That one was not enough for the right fielder to get to it. Swung on and missed at the top of the strike zone. A good pitch from Carrasco. His best pitch of the inning. His 31st pitch of the inning. And that's just the 1st out of the bottom of the 1st. Now it's Tulowitzki. The A's are going to bat 1 through 9 here in the 1st. Maybe even more. Tulowitzki swings at a bad 2-seamer. It's 0-1. The 0-1 hit softly into center field, and now 2 outs.
Batting ninth, right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Now Dexter Fowler, a couple of hits in Game 4 of the ALCS. That's struggling for most of the postseason. Swings and fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. Change up that one just off the plate. It's now 1-1. Fastball, borderline call. Carrasco can't believe he didn't get that. Right at the knees, a good fastball. It's now 2-1 though, after not getting the call there. Fastball, that one's also inside. It's 3-1. Fowler is being patient right now, as Carrasco with his 38th pitch of the inning coming up. Good fastball, blows it by him. It's a now full count. Changeup, got him at the knees and fooled him there. The 2nd strikeout of the inning, but man, oh man, the A's explode and put up a 6th spot on nearly 40 pitches from Carrasco. Now the Giants, with Ralph Kiner, who's been their most consistent hitter, banged 364 with 1 home run, is coming up trying to get the Giants back in the game here somehow. So just to recall, it was a base hit by Carew that started, an RBI double after a wild pitch that scored him from Ripken, brought home Carew, as the 1-0 is fouled off 1-1. Griffey hit a base hit into right field. Runners on the corner. They intentionally walked Carew, as a good curveball there from Perry. Intentionally walked Babe Ruth, I should say. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball doesn't get in there. Then with the bases loaded, none out, it's a base hit into left field from Chris Davis, As that fastball's fouled away. Drives home 2. It's now 3-0. You're saying, oh, could this get any worse? And it could. Because the next hitter, Jorge Posada, hit a 3-run shot to right field, made 6-0 as Kiner strikes out swinging. The first K for Perry today. A good slider there. Now Bellinger, who struggled here in the playoffs, batting here in the 5th spot. Made 6-0 with Posada. And a changeup right at the bottom of the knees. A good pitch there. Posada moved up from his regular 7th spot in the lineup. Fastball swung on and missed 0-2 into that 6th spot, and it pays off for Bob Melvin in the 8th. A 3-run shot.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Curveball, not even close. A good waste pitch though by Perry. 1-2. Slider, that one's outside. It's 2-2. The 2-2 fastball inside. It's 3-2. Fastball misses him again, so Bellinger comes back from an 0-2 count and draws a walk. So there goes the perfect game for Gaylord Perry as Kyle Seager comes up with a runner on that first, 1 out. Curveball, that one just a little low. It's going to be ball 1. Changeup right down the middle, and Seager doesn't swing. It's 1-1. 1-1 fouled away on a good fastball. It's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Slider, that close to the strike zone. 2-2. The 2-2 fouled away. Perry tried to pitch him on the inside and have him not extend his arms. And as the fastball just misses, it's now full count. Full count pitch. Got him looking. A fastball inside right at the knees. Perry's second K of the game. Second K of the inning. And second out of the inning. Curveball, that one's in there for strike 1. 1-0. 0-1. That one's hit deep. Back at the track. It's going to stay in the ballpark, but a big hit from Davis. Rounding third. Sending him home at the plate. The play is... He's in there. Bellinger on a long RBI single from Ramos. With 2 outs, Bellinger was running on anything. And the throw beat Bellinger, but Posada could not get the ball on the glove, or the glove on the ball, if you will. And the Giants got 1. And they hit a soft pop fly to right field. Easily played by Fowler. And that's going to be it. So the Giants get a walk and a long RBI single. And now they're just trailing 6-1 through an inning and a third. Bottom of the second, back to the top of the lineup. Carew second at his bat in as many innings. A base hit that started off all that shenanigans, all that runs that the Giants gave up. As Carew grounds one softly to second base, 1 out. Not the case here in the second inning. Now it's Cal Ripken, an RBI double off the left field wall. Scored the game's first run, which seems like an eternity ago. First pitch low, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Carrasco. Fastball, it's fouled away, it's 1-1. Carrasco, very methodical after a very, very poor first inning. Trying to come back out with a 1-2-3. As that one misses off the plate, 2-1. This one hits softly in front of Ramos. It's going to be a fair ball. Ripken thrown out easily to first base. 2 away. Now it's Griffey 1 for 1. A base hit in between first and second. And they didn't play the normal shift they had for Griffey because Ripken was on at second. As Griffey swings and misses at that first pitch. Change up low, it's 1-1. We talked about the lefties We forgot to mention Jorge Posada, a switch hitter, is going to be batting from the left side for most of this series, especially to start the game against these righties. Two-seamer off the plate, 2-1. Now we'll see if the lefties are brought in the bullpen, and if Posada's up, will he move to the right side? Obviously he would. But for the most part, he'll be batting from the left side, his stronger side. Fastball right at the knees, it's 2-2. Griffey with a little bat waggle. So infamous for it. Fastball swung on and missed. Carrasco gets his third K of the game, and more importantly, a 1-2-3 second inning. So we head to the third. It's Hunter Renfroe. Leading things off for the Giants. Out of the 9th spot. Curveball fouled away. It's 0-1. So we've seen Gaylord Perry in now his third start here in the playoffs. 0-2, got him! A third strikeout for Perry. A fastball, borderline call. Renfroe is pissed off about that one. That'll be strike one. Out number one. Perry, who's given up 1 run in the first game and 2 runs in the second inning. He's played as the pop fly lazy one. Fowler getting over there, can't make the play. And it's going to be a scorer's decision, but it's also going to be a foul ball. Fowler misplayed that one. So Bogaerts gets some life. He will be credited for the error, even though it's not a ball in play. The curveball misses 1-1. He's given up 1 run tonight, Perry. As that one's hit in between the first baseman and out of the reach of Cabrera's glove. Bogaerts, who got some extra life with Fowler missing that foul ball, gets a base hit and goes the other way. Now it's Forsythe. He's 0 for 1. Curveball, Bogaerts stealing, and he's in there with plenty of time as Perry didn't even see Bogaerts go. And Bogaerts was into second. The throw was way late. And now a line drive hit to center field. Griffey's going to make the play. So Bogaerts remains at second. Runner in scoring position. 2 outs. And it's Charlie Blackmon. It was a deep fly out in the first inning. So if you can get more than 2 runs on Perry, you've done your job. But the Giants find themselves in a hole down 5 here in the third, as it's an 0-2 pitch coming to Blackmon. Fastball off the plate. They're going to need to score a lot more. This one hits softly over Tulowitzki's head, goes back, ranges, and makes the play. So they leave Bogaerts on second, and we head to the bottom of the third with Babe Ruth, who's 0 for 0, a walk, and a run scored back in that first inning. First pitch, curveball just low. It's 1-0.
Nope.
1-0, fastball just underneath the strike zone. Ball number 2. This one, a jam shot, should be playable for the outfielder. Center fielder coming over, making the play, and Ruth, first credited plate appearance of the World Series, is an out. Now it's Chris Davis, 1 for 1, a single in between third base and shortstop that scored 2 runs, and at the time made it 3-0 for Oakland. The hottest hitter in baseball rips a shot down the left field line, but way foul, but he was all over that fastball. Oh, and Davis, you don't see him swinging a lot of those bad pitches. 0-2 now. Slider low and a good waist pitch there by Carrasco. 1-2. 55 pitches for Carrasco. We aren't down to the third yet. Davis, did he go? No, says the first base umpire. And that count is even to 2-2. 2-2 fouled away. Good fastball inside. Trying to jam Davis. But Davis just got enough of it to foul it off. Slider got him. Swinging. Davis goes down for the second out here in the third. Now it's Posada. 3-run dinger that really opened up the scoring and opened up this World Series Game 1. Back in the first. Made it 6-0. Posada trying to do it again. This time it's going to hook a ball foul. 0-1. This one also hit way down. This has a chance. Back on the track. It is gone. It's out of here. Jorge Posada's second home run of the game. It's second in as many bats. Has now made it 7-1. And look out, folks. This team loves to smash balls. Smash home runs. And Posada does it right there. 7-1, his second home run of the game, a no-doubter to deep right center field. And they move him up to the 6th spot, and that looks like the call of the game. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs coming from that spot in just the 3rd inning. As Cabrera puts a shot into this one, playable for the center fielder as he's going back of the track, over the head grab, and that'll do it. But the A's get their 6-run lead back. A solo shot from Posada, his second of the game. Now Ralph Kiner coming up. He's 0 for 1 with the strikeout as we start top of the 4th. In there for strike 1. And you talk about Carlos Carrasco. This guy was pitching out of his mind as Kiner hits a deep ball foul on the left field line. Here in his first couple starts of the postseason, he comes up against his potent A's lineup. As Kiner, did he go? Oh, and the call says he did not. And he comes up and he's given up 7 runs through 3 innings so far. We'll see if he comes back on the 4th. This time he did go. Kiner goes down. His second strikeout of the game. Now Cody Bellinger, who was fought back from an 0-2 count to draw a walk. Fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1. This one hit sharply to third base. Tulowitzki taking his time, making a throw. This time he gets the out. No error there from Tulo. Now Kyle Seager. He's 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Curveball, and Perry gets the call as it's a strike on the outside corner. Fastball just a little out of the strike zone. It's 1-1. Change up. That's one hit foul, and it's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit sharply down the line, but just foul. Fastball inside, and it's going to be fought off. And the count will remain 1-2. The curveball hit right into the shift. Carew goes to his backhand, makes the throw over to first. Got him. A 1-2-3, top of the 4th. Not what the Giants wanted there. Now at the bottom of the order for the Athletics. The 8-9, and then back to the top of the order. Number 1, Rob Carew. Tulowitzki fouls that one off. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch inside and evens the count at 1-1. So Carrasco did come back out for the 4th. Will he last the 4th? He's up to 63 pitches. And I think if you're Bruce Bochy right now, as the 1-1's hit sharply the 3rd, sees another out here from Carrasco. If you're Bruce Bochy, you don't want to use your bullpen. He gave up a really bad inning, has kind of settled down, has made one mistake over the last 2 in the 3rd innings. That was another home run. And that was Jorge Posada again. But you don't want to use your bullpen here in what the Giants are hoping are going to be a long series against this very potent offense of the A's. 1-0 pitch to Fowler. That one's going to be fouled away. 1-1. And if you're an A's fan, well, you couldn't be more happy with the start. 6-run first, a solo home run from Posada as Fowler hits a ball sharply to first base, tagged out, and there's going to be 2 gone. A 6-run first in which there was no outs for the first 6 batters. All 6 of the first batters for the A's all reached base. And then a solo home run from Posada again, who, again, we've mentioned, is Caru's going to line one into right field. That one's going to be dropped, and it's going to be past the right fielder. Carew rounding second, heading to third, and Rod Carew in there with a triple as the right fielder tried to dive for that one, and he just saw the ball go underneath him, and Carew will be credited with a triple. Hit sharply into right field, and the dive there by right fielder Hunter Renfroe was just mistimed. Here's Ripken, now with a chance to increase the lead even more. First pitch way outside, and the Conley says, "No, he didn't go. Let's move on." But the catcher points to the first base umpire, so he's allowed to get a call from the umpire. Fastball just at the knees, but that's going to be a borderline call and not go Carrasco's way. It's probably the second time we've seen a pitch right at the knees inside the strike zone not go Carrasco's way. So 2-0 to Ripken. And now 3-0. And then you get into this heart of the lineup in Griffey, Ruth, and Davis. So quick 2 outs to start the 4th. Could have been a 3rd out or just a base hit at the worst, as Ripken gets the green light there and fouls that one off on 3-0. Carew now just 90 feet away from scoring. And Ripken's going to line one deep to left field, and that one's just going to hook foul. So now it's a full count. Carrasco does not want to face Griffey with the runners on. And he walks Ripken. And now you got to wonder what's going on in the bullpen. And there we go. Bochy pulls him. 3 2/3 for Carrasco here in game 1. 7 earned. And just not a good performance as Jack Morris. Wow. Coming out of the bullpen. 3 games, 3-0, 2.35 ERA, 7 2/3. I'm surprised they didn't start Jack Morris. Morris with a fastball, a splitter, a slider, a 2-seamer, and a changeup. And Griffey swings at the first pitch and Morris throws. And we did see someone else in the bullpen down that right field line. Runners on the corner here in the 4th. The Giants cannot afford this lead to increase anymore. The fastball is going to be swung on a miss. It's 0-2 as you see with Jack Morris. A bit of a more unique pitching style. You take a look, he'll come to the stretch, and then the big leg kick, and he gets Griffey looking on the splitter. Griffey goes down for the 2nd time today via the strikeout. And now Wilson Ramos with the only RBI for the Giants so far. And that drove Bellinger all the way home from first. A long RBI single, first pitch is ball 1. 3 2/3 for Carrasco. His night is done on 7 earned, 7 hits. 2-0 count to Ramos. Changeup in there for strike 1. On the top of the 5th of game 1 of the World Series in the Battle of the Bay. The Giants and the A's. Two pitch on swung and fouled away. Good job by Ramos to just fight that one off. This one also fouled away. It's still a 2-2 count. This one hits softly down the first baseline, but it's just going to be fouled away. Or just roll foul, I should say. 2-2 pitch, fastball, low, and it's now 3-2. Really good at bat here from Ramos. He continues to foul away pitches here. Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
The batter, number 10, second baseman.
And down goes Ramos. So Perry wins the battle there. Now it's Yoan Moncada. As he's going to hit one sharply to the shortstop. Ripken over to first. Ripken having himself a day. A good play there defensively. Now it's the number 9 hitter, Hunter Renfroe. In there for strike 1. A lot of people question this pitching rotation for the A's, but I gotta tell you folks, as that one's hit softly to the shortstop, Ripken over first for a 1-2-3 between Billy Wagner on the back end and Gaylord Perry to be your number 1 pitcher as the heart of the order, and Ruth, Davis, and Posada comes up. This is a team that not only could put up runs, but we saw in a lot of those games that we showed you, first pitch hit sharply in between short and third, and now Babe Ruth with his first hit of the World Series. With Dave Steed pitching very well in his 2 starts, Cobb pitched well in his 2 starts. The A's only had to use 4 of their starters in the 7 games. Sorry, they're 8 games. They're 7-1. First series, Texas, they won 3-1. And then a 4-0 sweep of the Blue Jays. As you see Diaz and Hughes, and that's more righties for the Giants to put out there, and more lefty hitters coming up for the A's that they're going to just be licking their chops. Swung on and missed by Davis. It's 1-1. But you had Steve Cobb, both made 2 starts with Perry. Slider, did he go? Yes. And then Trevor Bauer also made a couple starts. That one's fouled away. And then the bullpen with Colon and Wagner has been just stellar for Oakland. 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be a wild one. And even the slow Babe Ruth going to chug into second there. It's going to go. That's the second wild pitch thrown by a Giant pitcher today. First one from Carrasco. So runner in scoring position. Ruth on at second. Davis at the plate. And Davis just a little early. Swings and hits a mile out of that ball. And that one's going to hook foul. This one swung on and missed. Davis out and throw down to first. And that's going to be the first out of this inning. Now Jorge Posada, 2 home runs, 4 of you guys. You look at the stat line right there, 2 runs. He's 2 for 2. He continues to bat from the left side. Could he make it 3 for 3? He's got a 3-run shot and a solo home run. First pitch low for ball 1. Could he add a 2-run shot to his stat today? Posada hits that one softly to center, and Ruth's going to stay over at second, so you'll have to hold on for that possible 3rd home run for Posada. We'll definitely have one more at bat this game. As Cabrera comes up, he's 0 for 2. So Ruth, a base hit, goes to second on a wild pitch. And then a strikeout from Davis. A soft line out to center from Posada. Now 1-0 to Cabrera. And Cabrera's going to hit one softly foul. This one's hit deep and back. Looking up at the track. Oh, and a big play by the left fielder to stop an eventual run scored. So the A's 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. The Giants 1 run, 2 hits as we head to the 6th inning. And Xander Bogaerts, who was one of the 2 hits for the Giants, coming up as Gaylord Perry's been cruising. And now he's got 2 of the Giants' 3 hits as he lines a base hit right in front of Davis and starts off the 6th with a single. Now Logan Forsythe in that number 2 spot. Takes a slider in there for strike 1. Changeup fouled away. It's now 0-2. 0-2 fouled away. This one got him swinging. Strikeout number 6 for Perry. We say he doesn't get a lot of strikeouts today. He's got 6. Now Blackman up. Takes a changeup just low. It's 1-0. The 1-1 hit sharply past a diving Carew into center field. And now runners on first and second for the Giants. Now Kiner comes up with a big chance to try and make this game a little bit closer. And on the first pitch, it's an infield fly rule. Pop out shortly and softly to Miguel Cabrera with 2 away. Now Cody Bellinger, a walk and a run. He's 0 for 1 today. Takes a changeup in there for strike number 1. Slider in there for strike number 2. Fastball, that one just missed. This one hit and slicing foul. Left fielder Davis going back to make a play in the stands. And it's going to hook foul. Changeup misses. It's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strikeout number 7. And again, a runner left in scoring position by the Giants. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-1. Rex Brothers, finally a left-handed pitcher coming out of the Giants. As Tulowitzki fouls off the first pitch, it's 0-1. So there are some left-handed pitchers in that Giants bullpen. They went to Jack Morris, who's pitched pretty well. Hasn't given up any runs, a couple hits. As we get the pop fly from Tulowitzki. Now Dexter Fowler, he's 0 for 2. Getting his 3rd at bat here in the game. Fowler going to hit one sharply to the first baseman, and just like that, 3 pitches, 2 outs. Now Rod Carew, a triple in his last at bat, and that was because right fielder Hunter Renfroe just dove and missed a pitch, and that one's going to be hit sharply and softly over second baseman, and that's going to be caught. A 1-2-3 for the Giants, and Jack Morris doing his job there. So we head to the 7th. Corey Seager going to start us off. Perry with 83 pitches on the day. Here comes pitch number 84, and it's going to be fouled off. 7 strikeouts, 4 hits, and just the 1 run. This one hit right into the shit, right to Carew, over to Cabrera, 1 away. You gotta love the way Gaylord Perry's throwing it. Now Wilson Ramos, 1 for 2. The 1 RBI as we just mentioned. He did have a good at bat against Perry last time, but he ended up striking out as he fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. The 0-1 hit softly to the pitcher. Picked up by Perry, thrown over to first. Not in time. Very lethargic as Ramos will be credited with an infield single there. Now it's Moncada up. He's going to hit one right to Carew. This should be 2. Ripken to 1. The good grab there by Carrera at first and a double play. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's the 2-3-4 Jed Latham also in the bullpen, a right-handed thrower. First pitch inside, 1-0 to Ripken. So through 6.5 innings, it's been all Oakland. As Ripken lines a base hit into center field. That one's going to drop. And we'll see if Bochy makes a move to the lefty here. And he's going to stick with Morris, who struck out Griffey in his last at-bat. The Giants defense playing him straight up. Griffey's going to foul that two-seamer. Make the count 0-1. Morris trying to eat some innings for the Giants as Griffey swings and misses at a terrible slider, 0-2. And he's done that after 3 2/3 from Carrasco. Nothing really going for him well today, Carrasco. He's given up all 7 runs as Griffey fouls that one away. Morris has done well. Came in, finished off the 4th, pitched well in the 5th and the 6th, and now we're into the 7th. This one hit deep by Griffey. Back at the track, looking up, and it's out of here! And Ken Griffey Jr. continues to hit the ball well against righties. This one just over the center field wall, 418 feet, and the lead increases as the A's now take a 9-1 lead here in Game 1. Griffey just got enough of that fastball just to go out of the reach of the center fielder. Right by the Holy Toledo sign. And they're going to stick with Morris against the lefty Ruth. So, interesting call there by Bochy. His team in a hole, down 7-1. Doesn't go to his lefty in the bullpen, but sticks with Morris, who gives up a hit to Ripken and then a 2-run shot to Griffey, and has now made it 9-1, an almost insurmountable lead. The way the A's starting pitcher Gaylord Perry has thrown all day. And this one's hit sharply to the second baseman for the first out of the bottom of the 7th. And he chooses to preserve his pitcher. Game 2 coming up tomorrow. Dave Stieb on the mound, as Chris Davis fouls off the splitter, 0-1. Trying to reduce the amount of pitchers he needs to use here in Game 1 in what's going to be, right now for sure, is a blowout by the A's. 1-1 pitch by Davis. Fouled away. The 1-2 pitch also fouled away. But even Jack Morris, who's one of their better pitchers, I guess they're using him as a long reliever today, throwing over 33 pitches, now 34 pitches, and he will probably not be used in game number 2. Now full count on Davis, with Jorge Posada coming up, who's got 2 home runs and 4 RBIs on the day. Davis puts a charge into this one, and gone! Chris Davis, stay hot! On fuego by Davis, deep to left field, a no-doubter, 437 feet, and that's the second home run given up by Morris here in the 7th inning. First, a 2-run shot by Griffey. He gets Ruth to ground out, and then gives up a booming solo shot to Davis, a no-doubter. And Morris can't believe it. And now Posada comes up, and Morris stays into the game. So this is a really defining moment for Bochy, as the 4-seamer just misses. It's 1-0. Who doesn't want to use anyone else's bullpen. He wants Morris to continue to pitch. He's not pitched well in this inning. Up to this inning, he was fine. He finished off the 4th. The 5th was good. 6th was solid. But he's given up 3 runs on 3 hits in this inning. And now Posada up with a 2-1 count. And Posada lines one sharply to the center fielder. He makes the play, 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman.
Now Miguel Cabrera. And Cabrera is going to foul off the first pitch he sees. Cabrera sharply to the third baseman, and that is going to be it for the 7th. But the A's add on 3 more. It's now 10-1. And now the number 9 hitter, Hunter Renfroe, coming up.
Hunter Renfroe.
And they have had no answer for Gaylord Perry today. Count 1-0. Swung on and missed. That curveball has been effective all day. Changeup fouled away. It's now 1-2. Slider, that one's fouled off. I think Bob Melvin is going to probably get someone warming up after this bat. Not that Perry can't go the distance, but there's no need to. In a 10-1 game, you can get someone else out there. Swung on and missed. Another K. Rack it up. Gaylord Perry. And that's what we're just going to see, is it's going to be Felix Hernandez and Pat Neshek getting some work in the bullpen. So one of those guys probably going to come out in the 9th. Bogart takes ball 1. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Fastball fouled away. It's 1-1. So we talked about it at the top of the broadcast. As that one's hit deep. Back at the track and out of here. Bogarts, his 3rd hit of this game, is a solo home run. And the lead is made not a dent in it, a little chip. It's now 10-2. So Perry, who we said in his first 2 starts gave up 1 run and 2 runs, has now given up 2 runs in this start. As a fastball on the outside to fourth side is 0-1. So Perry up to almost 100 pitches, and you gotta believe Melvin's gonna take him out soon, as that curveball is in there for strike number 2. If not the next batter, definitely after the inning. Slider fouled away, and that's pitch number 100 for Perry. Fastball fouled away. Curveball got him looking. Strikeout number 9 for Perry. Does he have one more in him? And what will probably be his last at batter of the game. Curveball in there for strike number 1. And that one's hit sharply to the shortstop, Ripken, over to first. And that's going to be it for Perry. 8 innings, 9 strikeouts, gives up 2 runs. But what a performance. As we see Brandon Phillips getting his first at-bat of the playoffs. Coming in for Troy Tulowitzki. You probably see a lot of that. These defensive replacements. As Phillips swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Hits the ground ball to shortstop. And Jack Moore is still staying out there. So a very big decision to not play anyone else in his bullpen. As Gerard Dyson comes in, usually a defensive replacement or someone for speed. He's going to get a chance here to bat on the bottom of the 8th. As he hits one sharply over to first, and there's 2 outs. And Rod Cruz going to stay in. As Cruz lines the ball foul. So, if this holds up, which it probably will, as Cruz fouls that one off, now 0-2. The Giants will have only used 2 pitchers today. Those 2 pitchers combined to give up 10 runs. Strike 3, they get Carew. And so Morris gets out of the 8th, a 1-2-3-8.
Your attention, please.
Dyson in his right field. And now Martin Prado going to come in for Phillips on at third. Gaylord Perry, his day is done. It looks like Pat Neshek, the submarine pitcher who struggled in the playoffs in an inning and a third, is coming on to finish it off in the 9th. got Kiner to deal with as he delivers strike one. Circle change. Foul's not one off, it's 0-2. Slider off the plate, 1-2. Circle change, foul off. That one hit a long way, and it's going to just hook foul. So far, a 6-pitch at bat here by Kiner. Now 7. Circle curve, that one misses low, it's 2-2. Curveball fouled away. There's one ground to the second baseman Carew. A 9-pitch at bat for Kiner. With the first out of the 9th inning. Now it's Cody Bellinger. Slider low, it's 1-0. Fouled away. Good circle curve there by Nishek. Circle change, sorry. There's another circle change. It's now 1-2. The third straight circle change is hit sharply. It's going to touch the foul line, and that's going to be a double for Cody Bellinger. Now it's Seager up. One away here in the ninth. Takes a sinker. Oh, that was an outside call, but Nishek gets the call. It's 0-1. Slider in there for strike number 2. 0-2 fouled away. That sinker also fouled away. A lot of fouled off pitches here in this 9th inning. Sinker, that one just missed. Nishek can't believe it. 1-2, count is. Now Slider got him, strike 3. And the A's are 1 out away from taking Game 1 of the World Series. That's Wilson Ramos, who's 2 for 3. And Ramos hits one softly to the shortstop. Rifkin over to first. Ball game. The A's take Game 1 of the World Series 10-2 over their Bay rivals, San Francisco. A big win, and you gotta look at the big player, Jorge Posada. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. 2 home runs came in his first 2 at-bats. Gaylord Perry, 8 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. And again, another start with 2 or less runs. And there was 4 home runs hit total by the Athletics. Let's take a look at the game recap. Carlos Carrasco takes the loss. He's 1-1, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 7 earned, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Let's take a look at the Giants lineup. Bogarts, the only bright spot, 3 for 4 with an RBI, a solo home run as well. And you had a RBI single from Ramos, his 5th of the postseason. Bogarts also with stolen base. Carrasco came with an under 3 ERA, now with a 5.32 ERA, as he was 3 2/3. And the big decision here by Bochy, as he doesn't go to another pitcher outside of Morse, so only uses one of his bullpen guys, 2 of his pitchers, as Morse goes 4 1/3, giving him 4 hits, 3 earned, 3 strikeouts. For the Athletics, and you look up and down that top 6, and it's 2 hits from Carew with a run score on 5 at-bats. 2 hits, an RBI and a walk, 2 runs on 3 hits from Cal Ripken. Griffey, 2 for 4, he had 1 of the home runs. Ruth, 1 for 3. Davis, 2 for 4, he continues to stay hot. Now batting over 400, he had a home run and 3 RBIs. And Posada, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. For the bottom 3, Cabrera, Tulowitzki, and Fowler, well, they combined for an 0 for 10. But it didn't really matter when your team put up 10 runs. So Ripken's second double of the playoffs. Carew's second triple of the playoffs. Posada, 2 home runs, give him 5 home runs and 11 RBIs. Give Chris Davis 5 home runs, 8 RBIs, and give Ken Griffey Jr. 6 home runs, 9 RBIs. Ripken also chimed in with his second RBI of the playoffs. Gaylord Perry, 8, as we mentioned, 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. That's a playoff high for him. And now his ERA creeps under 2. It's 1.93. And Neshek pitches the 9th. He gives up a hit, gets a strikeout, and that'll do it for game number 1 of the World Series. And we go to game 2 in Oakland, where San Fran's going to have to dig themselves a hole, as it's Dave Steve versus Jameson Taillon in game number 2.